What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back again with the weekly Rust skins videos. This is going to be another quick one this week because of course it is a day late. I was going to make the full proper video, but as you can see I'm clearly making this tonight instead of earlier this morning. I've been busy. Let's have a look. The top sellers currently is the Graffiti Meds and the Black Gold at the moment, but let's get into the limited stuff and have a look at the Black Gold set. Going for $3.45. This is Bad Trip's new Metal Gear, and Bad Trip is pretty consistent with getting skins into the game, so I do think that this Black Gold set will continue onto Road Sign. Of course, we did just have the hoodie and pants come out, and now we have the face mask, chest plate, and the gloves. The gloves are going for $2.75, but gloves don't actually perform, Road Sign gloves don't actually perform that well as an investment. I do think that the Black Gold Road Sign gloves aren't going to be too bad though, because pretty much they are the best substitute for the blackout gloves. There is the Dragon Rage, but they are a little bit more flashy. They have a little bit more gold and more stuff going on with them, whereas these ones are a little bit more simple with their black armor and then like the golden trim. So I don't think that these are actually going to perform too bad. $2.75. I do think you're probably going to be able to get them for a little bit cheaper on the community market with the buy order. That is what I'd recommend to try and do with the Black Gold gloves. But overall, if you bought them as a play skin, I actually do think you'd probably make money off of these bad boys by Christmas time. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Black Gold Road Sign gloves. We don't actually have that many Road Sign gloves, but the reason Road Sign gloves aren't the best investments mainly is because we also have the tactical gloves, and they are, quite frankly, the better gloves in the game. So overall, though, I don't think the Black Gold Road Sign gloves are going to be too bad of an investment, so I will recommend investing in them off of the Rust store. Sorry about my dog. Right, moving over to the Black Gold face mask and chest plate, going for $3.45. It is an unfortunate price because they are obviously both above standard store price, but really nice looking armor, and I actually do think, even though they are above standard store price, I do think that they're going to perform all right. I do think you're probably going to be able to get these ones for a little bit cheaper on the community market, the buy order, if you get lucky. But overall, come Christmas time, I do think that this is one of the sets that's going to go up in value. So I'd recommend getting the chest plate over the face mask. What did I say was number one? So at the moment, number two is the face mask, and number three is the chest plate on the top sellers. It's going to be a lot of them on the community market, but I'd recommend getting the chest plate over the face mask overall. Alright, moving over to the guns, we've got the cardboard SMG. I know you can see this little bloody gross smudge down here, but I'm assuming you can't actually see that in-game when you inspect and alt look down to the right. But, I mean, it is a possibility, but I'm sure it can get fixed by the skin creator if it hasn't already. Little Ranger, if you're watching this, then bloody make sure it's fixed. Overall, though, the cardboard SMG, where I can see that it has had a decent amount of effort put into it, honestly, I don't think is going to be a standout skin. I don't think people are going to absolutely rave about it or anything like that. One, there's the Twitch drops at the moment. There's probably an SMG skin in it. I could be wrong, probably not actually. But two, we also just had that JPEG SMG come out, and there is also quite another decent amount of nice looking custom skins on the community market. So overall, I don't think the cardboard SMG is a standout looking custom skin, and so I don't think they're going to make you any money for $2.75. So if you want to try and pick this one up, I'd recommend getting it off the community market buy order, but overall I'm not going to recommend investing in the cardboard SMG off of the Rust store for this week. Moving over to the comics Crossy, going for $2.75. The comic set hasn't really performed very well with its weapons, and so I'm not going to recommend investing in it. Also, Crossies don't perform that well as investments, simply because you use them for about half an hour, and then you have an SAR, so not going to recommend investing in the comics Crossy off of the Rust store for this week either. Picking up as a play skin, honestly, I really don't think you're going to make any money off of it, but I don't think it's going to drop too far below $2.75, so I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. I just wouldn't recommend investing in it. Moving over to the JPEG LR, the JPEG set, I'm pretty sure has been performing quite well, but it is going to, of course, drop down when the weapons are either harder to get, like the LR or the L9 or the M249, or if they're not used as much. In this case, the LR is harder to get and not used as much compared to something like the AK, SAR, etc. So $4.15 is above center store price, and for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the JPEG LR off the Rust store. I just think it is a little bit too expensive for the LR skin as a starting price for the investment. You could try and get this one for a little bit cheaper on the community market with the buy order though, and that is how you'd maximize potential profits if you wanted to try and invest in that. So that's all of the clothing and all of the weapons out of the way. I mean, if we want to count the bloody Pixel Satchel as clothing, because back in the day it did, but that is them. Moving over to the Pixel Satchel, we may as well just talk about it. $2.75 is, of course, a continuation of the Pixel set, which is a Minecraft-themed bloody everything at this point. Overall, really nice looking skin, but satchel charges are terrible investments, quite frankly. And I mean, you're going to skin your satchels, you're going to throw them down, they're going to explode. So you're going to have that skin satchel for about 2 seconds, assuming that it doesn't dud. Overall, the Pixel Satchel charge is a nice looking skin, but I'd recommend getting this one with a community market buy order if you want to invest in it, because overall, with $2.75, I do think it's not going to make you money on the Rust Arm store. So for that reason, not going to recommend investing in that bad boy. Right, let's move over to the Graffiti Med Storage. Of course, a Graffiti Storage set has been a very popular and successful set so far. Meds is going to be one of the most important boxes that you need in your base. You got the Meds box, the Boom box, you got the Ore box, and then like comps and scrap. So overall, I do think that this is one of the more necessary boxes, but as I also said at the start of the video, it is currently number 1 on the top sellers. $2.45, which is the standard price that all of these Graffiti Storage boxes have been, and that is because they do glow in the dark, which is fine in my opinion. Overall, even though it is number 1 on the top sellers, I do think that it will have demand on the community market once it leaves the Rust Arm store. And so for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Graffiti Med Storage box off of the Rust Arm store for this week. Right, moving over to, let's go back to that, moving over to the Molotov wooden door. Actually a really nice looking wooden door skin, but quite frankly, we do get like some wooden door skins occasionally on the Twitch bloody drops, which are free. Pretty sure they're on right now, by the way. So if you want to check out Twitch and go to the campaigns, then go to inventory, you can check the skins that you can get and then watch the YouTubers that you need to watch. So $2.05 in fact for the Molotov wooden door. Overall, wooden door skins really don't have a very high demand on the community market, although not many of them get made, so there isn't actually that many. They're not too bad, but at the same time, there are some pretty cheap ones on the community market already that don't look too bad, and this was also not a glowing deployable, and there is glowing wooden door skin. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Molotov wooden door. I do actually like the skin, but for $2.05, I don't think it's going to make you money off the Rust Arm store. So I'm not going to recommend investing in that bad boy. Moving over to the final skin of the week with the reinforced armored door. Now we don't get armored doors or double armored doors pretty much ever in the Rust Arm store. We haven't had one for a while. I mean, actually we have. We had one like, what, 2 weeks ago, which was the bloody armored door from hell. That is actually going to throw a spanner in the works with this one, but I don't think it's going to be a big problem because, as I said, we don't get them too often, and $2.75, this bad boy does also glow in the dark. For some reason, it's not $3.45 like other glowing deployables are, like the Graffiti Med Storage. So I think this is a really good price. People like the military-themed stuff. The glow is pretty simple, but overall, the skin in the day, it just looks really high quality and actually looks fat. So overall, I will recommend investing in the reinforced armored door off of the Rust Arm store for this week. I actually think this bad boy is going to be a pretty good long-term investment. And I do think you're going to be able to make a decent amount of money off of that one. Currently on the features page, it is, 6th on the top sellers, but it is behind the Arctic pack. So it is 5th on the limited top sellers. So overall, it is going to have a little bit of a quantity on the community market, but it's not going to be anything major, probably around 60. Overall, that is going to do it for this week, guys, and I'm not going to buy my cart right now, but I might buy it throughout the week. I didn't invest last week. I only bought not many skins. If you want, you can just go to my Steam inventory. My Steam name is OMIGHTY the King, and check it out yourself. But I really didn't buy many skins last week. Honestly, let me just quickly go to here, do this.
Chasing that A and want to see.
I'm not even going to show you because I don't want to watch that ad. Overall, though, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.